ranking every Raw Women's Champion from worst to best. The Raw Women's Championship is one of the best in the company right now, having been held by 10 different wrestlers across 21 separate reigns. From the title being created at WrestleMania 32 to replace the Divas Championship to the fantastic reigns that have been taking place since then, this is one championship fans have been learned to truly respect. This title has been a great focal point for WWE's creative team, with WWE giving the women great time and important main event slots. It has been a huge part of the product, which has only helped to improve the Women's Championship in turn. But out of all the Raw Women's Champions to date, who has been the best? Number 10. NIKKI A.S.H. It's tough to judge the Raw Women's Championship reign of NIKKI A.S.H. at this point, as it is still very early on in that process. However, the WWE Universe has taken to her as champion so far, with the unique character proving to be a real hit. Her Money in the Bank cash-in was a fantastic moment that kicked off her title reign perfectly. However, since that point, she hasn't always been booked strongly, having lost quite a few matches already, which hasn't helped to make her look as dominant as she should have been. Number 9. Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks might be one of the best wrestlers in the world, but when it comes to the Raw Women's Championship, she hasn't had much luck. The legit boss has actually held the title 5 times, but the problem is that they all been very short and forgettable runs. The title has often been passed back and forth between her and someone else, mainly Charlotte Flair. Sasha hasn't developed a meaningful storyline or moment with the title, which is a real shame, as Banks has the potential for a great run down the line. Number 8. Nia Jax. Nia Jax winning the Raw Women's Championship as a babyface was quite unexpected, considering the fact that she's much stronger as a heel. However, the work WWE put in to make her sympathetic was excellent, and she managed to connect with the audience really well. Jax put in some brilliant performances with the title, but overall, her reign wasn't as memorable as others, as she didn't put together any truly exciting storylines after she took the title from Alexa Bliss. Number 7. Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley winning the Raw Women's Championship made sense as she came from NXT with tons of momentum, and seeing her win the title was a great moment. Ripley was made to look strong, and her in-ring work was brilliant, which only helped develop her character. However, Ripley wasn't always booked as strong once she had the title, with her character being a strange blend of babyface and heel, which left fans confused about how to feel about her. Even though her in-ring work was great, the character development stopped her from reaching the point that she deserves. Number 6. Bayley, who more than deserved her time with the Raw Women's Championship. She might have had to wait before being called up to the main roster, but she more than made the most out of it by instantly coming in and defeating Charlotte Flair. Bayley was then booked really well as a dominant champion and a top babyface that fans were able to get behind with ease. The only problem was, while the finish to her run was very disappointing, with the Alexa Bliss storyline being a disaster for her. Number 5. Asuka. Asuka has held the Raw Women's Championship twice in her career, and both times she has been able to put together some fantastic matches. While she wasn't always given as much focus as other champions, sometimes being thrown into the tag team division as well, that didn't stop her from putting on great work. The Empress of Tomorrow would provide some of the best matches of the night, whether it was television or pay-per-views, and that type of consistency helped to make Asuka a fantastic champion. Number 4. Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was able to come into wrestling and break down all the barriers. Any expectations that people had of her were more than met, with Ronda being an amazing champion who defended the title against absolutely everybody in her way. She had some amazing matches against the likes of Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, and the fact that she was able to be the top babyface and a great heel within one title reign helped to make it one of the greatest of all time. Number 3. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss has been one of the best Raw Women's Champions to date, developing an incredible heel persona with the title. Nobody has spent more days as champion than Bliss at this point in history, and that is something that she deserves a huge credit for. Alexa had some brilliant storylines across her time as champion, from working with Sasha Banks and Nia Jax to Ronda Rousey. Her ability to cut such fantastic promos also helped to make her stand out, connecting with the crowd and ensuring that the attention was always on her. Number 2. Charlotte Flair. Holding the Raw Women's Champion 5 times has helped make Charlotte Flair one of the people that fans instantly think about when it comes to this title. She's had a mix of very short and very long reigns with the championship, but she is someone who truly suits holding the title. Charlotte helps to elevate the title whenever she holds it, giving great respect to it. Her initial reign as champion still stands as one of the best, and without the queen, there's no doubt that the title wouldn't be where it is today. Number 1. Becky Lynch. Holding the Raw Women's Championship for an entire year is incredibly impressive, and doing it as the top main event star in the entire company is even better. Nobody has taken the women's division to higher points in WWE than the Rise of the Man, which made her time with the title fantastic. Lynch winning the title at WrestleMania 35 was an incredible moment, and the fact that she defended it against all comers after that point was superb to watch. With her title reign ending due to her becoming pregnant, Lynch was never truly beaten, which left her legacy as champion being one that cannot be touched. Who's your favorite Raw Women's Champion of all time, and why? Let us know in the comment section below, and as always, see you next time.
Off the ropes, always untamed, on guard when I step in the ring. WWE, all eyes on me. King of the ring, who you came to see? It's a big show, so let your friends know. Only the strong survive. Face to face, look your opponent up in the eyes. Crowd cheering, fan favorite, I'm the main event. Had them all waiting, my finish move, they anticipating. Laid out like you